Quick video today. This is the left door panel speaker out of a BMW 5 Series E39. I think the model was from 1996 to 2003, and once you take the door panel off you get this speaker box thing, which is a hard plastic enclosure that is attached to the door in 3 places. And this houses the front 5¼ inch woofer. This unit is the Nokia one, just the standard, not the hi-fi or the upgraded M audio or anything like that. It says it's a 4 ohms driver in here, so I'm just going to take it apart and have a look around it, because I don't think there's much detail online about what's in these or the mounting depth, how thick, how deep of speaker you can fit in here or anything. Now, it does sound quite hollow, so I'm going to look to dampen the inside of this, and I'm wondering if the crossover, because a tweeter plugs into here as well, goes sort of higher up in the door card, and then this is the connector that goes to the car. So I'll just try and take this out, see what we've got. I have bought new speakers to put in here. There's a screw. Okay, so Phillips head screws. There's probably 4 of these. I'll not take the foam off. Sort of around here, you can feel them with your finger. Now, I don't think the original speakers sound that bad, but if you've got a bass heavy song or something with a continual beat, and you turn them up to, high volume, you can sort of hear the woofers that you can't really handle it, the cones, making noise instead of just the music. So I think these sound really good on low, nice and clear. And if you play the older music you play, the better it sounds. So stuff, rock from the 90s, from the 80s, from the 70s, that's not as bassy. They're pretty clear for what they are, just being a stock system. Okay, so that's 4 of them out. I'll just try. So prying the speaker out from this edge, I can get under the edge of the basket, and hoping it's just spade connectors. There we go, fantastic. Okay, as you can see, it's quite a nice little woofer. If you turn it over, it's just spade connectors, which is good. That should mean that my upgraded speakers, hopefully there's enough room to mount them. They look about the same actually. Very good. Yeah, these are spade connectors on the back of these, so it should be a plug and play upgrade. Let's wiggle these off. There might be a locking pin. No, it's not. It's just tight. Okay, so with that off, yeah, it's got a fair bit of weight to it. As you can see, the magnet isn't that big. It is a nicely made woofer, metal basket, rubber surround, not your paper cone, or, well, you got your paper cone, but not your sort of paper surround or fabric, or even worse, foam that could just rot. The spider inside looks pretty nice, but they're not so stiff. They might not be anymore. Yeah, they're really, really soft. So it says 4 ohms, 25 watts. Okay, and then I'll just compare them side by side with the ones I'm wanting to put in. They look about the same thickness, but you can see, I mean, this has got a rubber protector on. I've had this off before, but the magnet is much bigger and the comb is very stiff. So I mean, they're pretty new, and that will probably ease in, but it bodes well for higher volumes. And hopefully, I've tested these on an amplifier in my house first. They do go down quite low and sound pretty good, so it's open. Oh dear. That's it. Just a little bit of this isn't foam, this is, I don't know, it's some synthetic fibre material that's just traditional for speakers, really. Yeah, I'm just looking inside. You can hear that, it's pretty bad. Just do a test fit of this. Move the wires out of the way. So that sits in there pretty well, but it doesn't actually seal against the. There must be a second lip on this one. Yeah, you can see there's another ring there and a second lip. It sort of steps it up. So I'll have to come up with something for that. Now in the footage, just playing it back there, it does sound like the original speakers do sound better, but that's not the case. The newer speakers are clearer, and this was before I put the adapter rings in, so the enclosure wasn't sealed correctly for the mid and low end, but the microphone doesn't do a great job of picking that up. Now, to resolve the gap that I had between the speaker and the enclosure, I ended up designing some rings to be 3D printed. I measured with some vernier gauges the diameter of the hole and the exact thickness I needed, and 2 prints later I had the correct insert. So as you can see here in the images, it's exactly flush with the edge of the enclosure. And then what I did was I used some tester tape just to seal both underneath and on top of that ring, which helped it seal against the speaker once it was screwed down. And once I did that, I put the original foam insert, foam ring over the top of the speaker, as you can see, and fitted them back in the car. And the sound is much better. The stock amp can't actually give them enough power anymore, which is good and bad. It means I'll just have to replace the amplification there somehow, but I'll do that in time. They are nicer speakers, but they're just harder to drive now. So thanks for watching. I hope this video was informative for people. I've shown a bit more off there about what's involved with replacing the speakers in the enclosures and giving you a bit of a demo. So thanks for watching.